gentlemen, and as I start this all, I am going to ask my friend Jake to record all of our audio, please. And as we go today, we are celebrating. We are indeed celebrating Adminstration, lads.
It's weird. We shouldn't be celebrating admin, but with everything that's gone on and everything that's happened, it's a celebration.
It is. It's a crazy, crazy time. Sorry we couldn't come to you yesterday. I'm literally working like all the weekends that could have gone, right? Like it had to be the weekend where I'm working flat out Friday to Monday. Like couldn't go to the ground. Felt like an absolute part-timer. Felt like an awful human being that I couldn't go. But there we are. We're here. We're talking about it. It's Saturday night. And it feels like a good Saturday night, even though the club have got a long, long road to go. It feels like we're going to get our club fully back. He's gone. Can
I just say one line for you that's out of the club website kind of thing? Just for all you to realise. The line is, like many football clubs, it's been trending a significant loss for several years, with those losses historically funded by former owner, Mr. Chansiri.
Past tense! Come on! Yeah! Anyway.
It's all right. It's all right. I don't wish ill on many people, but that man was up there. And I am so beyond pleased that all of this is happening. Like, merch buying is happening. I know Jake went a bit crazy in the club shop. Yep. We're saying spend all you can, help us get out of this situation now. This is the time.
So yesterday it was 100k.
Yeah.
Today, before even midday, it was 50k. And that's not including online sales and what they got in the afternoon.
Amazing. Jack?
Yes?
Why is your keyboard louder than anything else in the room?
Good question. I have a very clacky keyboard. You will not believe how many different people always tell me this, that my keyboard is incredibly, incredibly loud.
I mean, it's great for a podcast. Absolutely quality.
Oh, yeah.
All of us are talking to just have click in the background. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just,
he goes to libraries and just types with no keyboard just to annoy people while they're reading.
Yeah.
It's his favorite thing to do.
It's library. It's where he picks up chicks. It's where he gets the old women from. Anyway.
It's a weird one, though, this, isn't it? Because midweek, we literally had it that we had a game versus Middlesbrough. We lost, and it was 7,000 in the ground. There was hardly anyone there. You go then to Friday, we get told we're in administration. Most clubs and most teams and fans, that's the kind of trigger to go, oh, God, what's happened? Oh, how's things going to be? How's it going to be? We go the opposite and celebrate knowing that he's gone. We get told by the administrator suspend, bend, and we do 27k in attendance today in 24 hours notice.
I know, it's amazing. Do you know what is amazing? I was reading the chat and I know why Jack was laughing, but then I looked at Jake and saw the training top. So Jake is wearing the new training top, and I just realised it looks as if Megan Rapinoe played for Sheffield Wednesday. With the hair.
I think all worth, but I think that is worth as well.
I've just thought with the hair and the track. Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
See, it looks like he's starring in the really low budget BBC clone of like Ted Lasso or something.
It's actually
you know what I mean? Nice. Those really like
it does look really nice
things, but it does look really nice. Yeah,
it's really, really nice. And I don't normally buy training gear, and I spent a metric ton, but I've had it in my savings for ages and ages.
People saying the Waltons were there today. I'm not convinced it was. I don't think there's been any clarification on whether it was.
I've seen the photograph. It's one of those things. It would make sense if they went just to go, hey, this is who we are. We're interested. Just to like say hello to the administrators and go, this is this. But remember what the administrators said. They did turn around and say it'll be 4 weeks before everything gets finalized to the point where they can start talking about bids and stuff like that. because they want everyone to try and get involved. But the thing is, it wasn't the case for us that we were short of people wanting to buy the club. We had known for a while that people have been wanting to buy the club. We've had people reach out to the podcast and say people have wanted to buy the club. It was never a case of...
I'm so glad that In the Know crap is over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was the whole situation where that whole thing, he had good money on the table.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's an idiot because he's not going to get... He was offered 40 million, right, recently. He's not going to get that back in admin.
He's going to get 5 million.
Yeah. Depending
on what it gets sold for. And the fact that the stadium's in there as well is even better.
Well, this is what I want to talk about. So, for those living under a rock this past couple of days, yeah, it's been crazy. I genuinely filmed that video, and I've not stopped since. Yesterday with the admin thing.
Yeah.
I literally saw that video, and I turned around to our laugh and said, "He looks dead."
I was, and I've been up since 6:30 today.
Right, hang on.
I was streaming till 10 last night, and I was up till 6:30 today.
Broken tradition. Let's go with Dex. How's your week been?
I can't talk about like my week because it's overjoyed. Let's just say it's overjoyed with the Chansiri thing. I will say in general, I've not stopped.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't care. I was like, oh yeah, I've been at a card show all day today, working it. Right. We've been streaming from like Newcastle Card Show, doing sales and like big TCG events and stuff like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm streaming tonight, but I wanted to talk about this. Like I have missed talking about it. I was gutted that I was at the card show. I like a card show, don't get me wrong, but I was gutted I was working today because I was like, I really, 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 really want to be at that ground. Even though we lost, I still wish I was there.
Yeah.
And now I've got a regret in Wednesday. I don't have many regrets in Wednesday, but I've got it today. Because if I'd have been doing it, I'd have called up Jack and said, get your bloody arse moving, we're going down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have basically talked about the whole thing about living under a rock. It started with BBC Radio Sheffield and the Star doing lots of work, basically. Talking about how we went into administration. There was a timeline of it all, what happened. Chansiri obviously had to agree to put us into administration, but he wasn't
forthcoming.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where I'm trying to find the timeline. Hang on. I had it all up a second ago. Basically, let's talk about what this means. Because we've talked about the timeline of it. We know we've been placed in administration. We know all of this sort of stuff here. But we can put to bed the people claiming to be in the know, and we can talk about the FAQ that Wednesday put on the website. So this is what you need to know about how administration works, because it's not... I know we're rid of Chansiri, but again, we are in administration, which is, I think, what a lot of us are like, we don't care as much about at the minute because we're just glad he's gone. But obviously this means it's going to be a long process. So this is from the Wednesday website that reads as this: when were you appointed as administrator? So this is an FAQ for the fans and creditors of Wednesday from the admin team. So Julian Pitts, Chris Wigfield and Paul Stanley were appointed as joint administrators of Sheffield Wednesday FC on the 24th of October 2025. Why has the club been placed into administration? The club has operated at a loss for several years, with those losses historically covered by Mr. Chansiri. Falling revenues and the withdrawal of further financial support left the club unable to continue trading normally, resulting in administration. Who appointed you, and does Mr. Chansiri still have any influence? The appointment was made by the owner in his capacity as the sole director. From the moment of the appointment, full control of the club passes to the joint administrators. Mr. Chansiri no longer has any involvement in the running of management of Sheffield Wednesday. Who do you, the administrators, report to? As licensed insolvency practitioners, the joint administrators are accountable to the club's creditors, regulated by the Insolvency Practitioners Association or the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, and act as officers of the court. Our main duties include safeguarding and realizing the company's assets, ensuring the club continues to operate. That's a big one, obviously. Yep. Stability. Identify and engaging potential buyers. So that's why if the Waltons were there, for example, again, it was just a picture that was put online. People put in. It could well be part of them. Do you know, it wasn't like the main Waltons. If it was, whatever. There's Texter. Everybody's sort of like getting back in now. Mike Ashley. Everyone is speaking up. Basically,
if you've had a chance to speak to DC about buying the club, you are currently now getting in touch with that administration. And going, hey, we're interested.
And we know we know that the Waltons, there was some interest way back when. Yeah. So whether that will now be rekindled, it will make sense. Investigating the causes of insolvency and reporting on directors' conduct to the Department for Business and Trade, accounting to creditors and reporting on outcomes. Will Sheffield Wednesday cease to exist? No. Administration is designed to rescue and protect the club, not close it down. The administrator's goal is to keep Sheffield Wednesday trading and secure new, stable ownership. Given its proud history, large fan base, and championship status, the club remains an attractive prospect to buyers. What will happen to jobs and wages? The administrator's priority is to preserve jobs and ensure that all staff, including players and matchday workers, are paid. Wages will be funded from ongoing operational revenues. How can fans help the club right now? Every ticket purchase, shirt bought, or drink enjoyed in the ground helps to keep Sheffield Wednesday running. All current income goes directly towards operating costs, staff wages, and maintaining fixtures, not to the previous owner or professional fees. Your attendance and spending will directly support the club's future and demonstrate its strength to potential buyers. Are there interested buyers, is the question. Yes, the administrators are in active discussions with interested parties and now are inviting formal offers from credible, financially sound buyers, which is why you will see people cropping up, as we have just said. How will the administrators' fees be paid? Professional fees will be paid from the proceeds of the eventual sale of the club. Day-to-day income from the fans and match days will not be used for fees. It will fund operational costs. Is Mr. Chansiri owed money by the club? If we successfully sell the club, he is likely to receive a dividend from those sale proceeds. However, that will be much less than he would have had if he'd have sold it. Moron. Why have you been chosen for this job? They didn't put that in the FAQ. They could have done.
No,
they could have done with what was on the board today.
That was literally the whole situation. If this was written by a Sheffield Wednesday fan, it would say, because he's an idiot.
Yes. Why have you been chosen for this job? We have a significant experience rescuing football clubs from administration, including successful restructures at Bournemouth, Wigan, Southampton, and Bolton Wanderers. The team of administrators from Begbie's trainer group understands the vital role supporters play and is committed to being transparent throughout the process. Question of how long will the process take? It depends on buyer interest and due diligence requirements. The administrator's aim is to complete a sale as quickly as possible while ensuring the club's long-term stability. Will there be a points deduction because of this process? Yes, the deduction is an immediate 12 points. We knew that was coming. Yeah. Will fixtures continue? Yes, matches will continue as scheduled, subject to sufficient ongoing revenues. Fan attendance and spending are essential in sustaining matchday operations during this period. As we said, support as much as you can. A season's ticket still valid? Yes, they remain valid. They're also bringing hospitality packages and things. They're really promoting those now. So if you can do it, do it. For creditors, so this is a little bit more for the creditors of the club, which basically include Chansiri himself, which is obviously weird.
He is the bottom of the creditors list, though, which is quite interesting. Yeah. So he gets the scraps that are left over at the end, pretty much. By the
one of the
order.
Interesting things was they had I think it's Chris Wigfield on BBC Radio Sheffield last night talking to fans, and so he said, "Can DC come back and buy the club?" Kind of thing, and Mr. Wigfield's reply was, "He's got no money, so no."
He's more than welcome to try, but he's got no money, so no.
Yeah, it was just the way he just said he's got no cash, so no, he can't.
Just flat out like, he's got no money.
Evening, Andy, mate. Evening. How are you?
And just for another sort of gloating victory lap over DC, does everybody remember that infamous video call when he says, nobody wants to buy us because Sheffield Wednesday's not that big? Do you remember that? And now they've had,
Do you remember
within
also, like,
hours
when he said...
of administrators calling the administration on, they've had bids in already from what literally Chris Wigfield said.
Do you remember when he also said 40 million was the price for a League One club?
Oh, yeah.
Do you also remember when he said, I will leave you
I mean, we are a League One club, but...
I will leave you in a better position than I found you.
Man was just full of crap. The one thing I will say is, I don't know if he's been coerced into this. If I could give him any credit whatsoever, which I don't even know if I want to extend, is the fact that Sheffield 3 went into administration at the same time, because that would have left us... He might not have been able to prevent that. I don't know the situation there.
I think with Sheffield 3 Limited, it was a case of that the new Project Avenue, who have owned the stadium, basically, who have been doing the deal, have basically gone, they want out of football by the sound of it. The bloke who does it wants out of football. And they've gone, look, we don't want to do a separate admin. If you're going in admin with one, you might as well all do it. And I think they just had a sit-down call saying, right, we might as well shove it as one, instead of it being separate. It just makes life easier. You don't go into a derby situation where you're having to do one deal for the club, one deal for the stadium. And the thing is, it's weird because we got this situation now where, because they're both in there now, it makes the deal a lot easier. And it makes
sorry, mate. I've just clicked why it happened, because wasn't the loan owed on the stadium?
Yes.
And it was Chansiri.
Yeah.
So it's a case of, like, he wouldn't have been able to pay that back. So it would have been up to those creditors to go, right, well, no, you need to pay us now, which is why it was forced. He didn't even do that out of choice.
If you remember, he needed to pay 7.4 million, I think it was, by the 30th of September, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
And they gave him a 30-day extension, didn't they, on the deadline?
No, they gave him 7 days.
Oh, 7 days.
It was 7 day extension, and then once that 7 days was up, it was like, what do you do next? And that was quite literally, I've got no money. How do I pay this?
But it means we won't be in a Mike Ashley situation, though. No. We won't be in somebody can buy our stadium and hold it ransom. I mean, you technically... I don't think they would be, though, because the admin group has got control of both.
No, they've got control of both.
Got them both, and it's the same group.
If you read what it says on the website, it said Julian Pitkiss, Chris Wigfield, and Paul Stanley have... I can't say the name of their company, have been appointed joint administrator of the Sheffield Wednesday Football Club Limited and Sheffield Limited 3. It might be worth bringing that article up because it really gives you a little bit more of what's happened and stuff.
I will. I want to read the 4 creditors bit first, though, because we do all the business bits. So this is about the businesses being owed money and stuff, so it's interesting to read on the side. So... I'm a business owed money by the club. How can I get information? All known creditors will shortly receive formal communication from the joint administrators, including information on the administration process, contact details for the administrators team, a proof of debt form to register claims, a voting form for any creditor decisions. How much will creditors recover? The amount returned to creditors will depend on the sale terms and the final realization of assets. The administrator's duty is to achieve the best possible outcome for all creditors. Will the administrators investigate the former owner's conduct? Yes. In accordance with the Insolvency Acts of 1986, Statement Insolvency Practice 2, and the Company's Directors Disqualification Act 1986, the administrators will review the conduct of those involved in managing the club and submit a formal report to the Department of Business and Trade. Can creditors take part in this process? Yes, creditors can form a creditors committee to assist administrators to approve certain matters, including professional fees. An invitation to join this committee will be sent in due course. Please note that the committee correspondence is strictly confidential. And then there's some further details and things like that. And I like that they're talking already in that how they're going to be communicating with the fans through local media, BBC Radio, Sheffield, the Star, Hallam FM. They're talking to everybody there. It's basically everybody's invited back to the party that was before Chansiri.
Yep.
But yeah, go on then, Jake. Let's go on to this tangent you were talking about here with the list.
You mean the club news bit about the administration bit?
Yeah.
So the administrators were appointed following significant effort to agree a sale to credible future custodians in recent weeks, which unfortunately could not be concluded by arising pressure from creditors. AKA, you had offer on the table, you said no, up yours. Basically, I'm putting my own thing in there, so
That's all right. Now I know what article we're doing. I'll read it. Chris Wigfield, joint administrator and the managing partner at Begbie's Trainer, based in Sheffield, said, quote, the joint administrators have taken over the running of the club with the immediate effect to protect the interests of creditors and to ensure Sheffield Wednesday can continue operating while we seek a new owner as swiftly as possible. Like many football clubs, it has been trading at a significant loss for over several years, with those losses historically funded by the former owner, Mr. Chansiri. Due to the increased financial pressure on the club, the owner has chosen to place the club and the stadium company into administration, which will enable us to market the club and the stadium as a whole, which is great news for supporters of the club. Honestly, the best news we could have had out of this. Average home attendances at Hillsborough Stadium have fallen by around 35% last season, from over 26,000 to just over 17,000, with the boycott of ticketing, concessions and retail outlets compounding a drop in revenue. This has led to the closure of several matchday facilities in recent weeks. Mr. Wigfield added, quote, supporters are the backbone of any football club. The money they spend in the gate and the ground is vital. I've been a season ticket holder since 1984 and know firsthand the passion of this fan base. Now more than ever, we need fans to back in the ground, buying tickets, merchandise, pies and pints. Every penny spent will go directly to supporting the day-to-day running of the club, not to the former owner and professional costs. This will help stabilise and support loyal players and staff while we secure a suitable buyer. Paul Stanley, joint administrator, said, quote, there should be no interruption to the fixture schedule, and we are in close contact with the EFL to ensure that effects of this administration on employees, supporters in the community and the players are minimised as far as possible. Sheffield Wednesday is a massive, historic club with a loyal fan base in a city in a city that lives and breathes football. If more fans return to Hillsborough, the club can cover its day-to-day costs and move towards a viable sale to new ownership capable of restoring long-term stability. With the right ownership structure, we are confident that the club has a bright future and will meet all EFL regulatory obligations. He added, our immediate priority is to ensure that we are able to operate as normal for Oxford. Boy, did we. In the coming weeks, we will work closely with the staff, the supporters, trust, and the wider community to ensure the club is placed in the hands of suitably qualified and well-financed new owner.
Am I the only one, by the way, that think it helps that one of the creditors is a Wednesday fan? One of the administrators. Sorry,
is he actually a Wednesday fan? I didn't know if that was just a rumor.
Yeah, no. Chris Wigfield, the bald guy that was on the interviews, is a Wednesday fan.
No, that's wicked. Yeah. That's wicked. Again, the Waltons is a thing that we've heard a long, long time ago. Look, a lot of people have spoken to us. I keep saying talking. It's not a word. I don't know why I know I'm tired when I make up words, right? But it's one of those things where people say, "Oh, this is this information. This is this information." Unless I can verify it, it's not coming on the podcast. We can use it as background, but it's not coming on the podcast. So it's like, we heard about the Waltons a long, long time ago, right? We actually even did a video on it a long, long time ago. If they're interested again, I would not be surprised. It would be great ownership, in fairness. A lot of money there. Texter seems to really, really want in. Would he pass the fitness test? It'd be more rigorous now, you'd see. But it seems like he wants in. And Jack, we've not heard from you for a while, so let's talk.
I've been a happy listener so far because I've not slept since Thursday night. I was too happy and too riding high on emotions last night to even be able to get to sleep. So I'm happy taking a back seat in this whole episode because I might start making up lots of words too. But sorry, Dave, if you give Worko a top... Sorry to randomly interject, I've just seen my name in the chat. If you give Worko a top hat, shaved his beard, and leave the mustache, he would look like Hardy from Laurel and Hardy. Thank you. I agree. I've been told that several times.
You'd also see his widow's peak even more. Sorry, Karen.
Yes, I'm over the moon, and I think... I believe a lot of the people that you see there that are currently, displaying their interests are probably the ones that got scorned by the Chansiri runaround, and they've just been sat there waiting for this to happen to then be able to get their bids first in and sort of top of the pile once it comes time to have the administrators sifting through it and everything. And if it wasn't the Waltons, it could well have allegedly been maybe their representative, so their lawyer or their, like, you know, right-hand person that goes scouting business ventures out here, there, and everywhere. That's who it could have been if it wasn't the actual genetic Walton family members themselves. And to be honest, in the photo that's going around of the director's box, you can actually clearly see John Textor sat on the left side of the photo, which is quite funny. But
yeah, we're at that stage of looking at photos and trying to make out who people are, which is quite a fun time. Do you know what? It's great because we can talk about who's going to run the football club. Yeah. We can talk about the football again. You know, let's be honest. Right. We probably should talk about the football in a second. Yes. But the creditors thing is interesting because who is not a football creditor, boys? Any guesses?
Amadou Paxel.
Yeah, but also the staff at the football club.
Yeah.
So that's why they are relying on the turnover from the club.
They have turned around and said they are not looking at redundancies because it's already a skeleton staff. What they actually said, they may actually need to bring in more staff.
Yeah.
Because
no, that's
of how
but that's why I'm saying how important it is the turnover is now, because that's where the money is going to go.
Yeah.
If staff are going to be properly paid, this is now up to us in this period.
And I think that's the thing. What you got to remember now, the whole thing of taking money out, it shows you that taking money out of the club did have an impact. He lost about 80% of revenue.
Did he say that? Did he say the stuff? Because I thought like it might have changed, but I know like in the past couple of administrations I've like heard about, the staff weren't classed as football creditors. Has that been a change in law? Could have been.
I think I haven't seen the ITV. There's been so much stuff that's been done.
Yeah, there's been loads. Absolutely loads.
It changed recently, apparently. So,
well, if it changed recently, fantastic. Ignore what I said, but that's exactly it. Well, that's fantastic then, because I was reading yesterday about how staff could still need the brunt of it, basically.
Look at what happened after it got announced, right? The club shop gets rammed. Tickets get bought.
Jake buys 4 shirts.
Yeah.
That we've seen. Have you told your wife?
I bought a walkout. I bought a walkout jacket too.
Have you told your wife?
Yeah, she knew.
Fair enough.
She knew.
Bye Christmas money.
I've had this money.
No presents this year, just the joy of family spirit.
I had to buy my kids shirts as well because I do the birthday present thing, don't I?
So it's more than 4 now. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's expensive.
So the first thing you hear about admin, and then you get the photograph from Alex Miller of the ground maintenance team ripping out those chairs and just going as fast as they can, trying to get it out.
I loved it.
But also, I love that the esports team was like, you know what? We're gonna stream this and show you all this.
Do you know what that peak viewing count on X, formerly known as Twitter, was? 177,000.
I thought it was 74 last time I checked.
177,000 it finished on.
Jesus
Christ. All those people tuned in to watch Chansiri's name get ripped out the stadium.
No, if it's Twitter views, that's not accurate. But it'll be over 100,000. It'll be solid.
All I'm going to say, keep doing it all week.
Yes.
Just watching them go out.
Yep.
And
the one thing is, obviously, we're putting blue seats back in, but the blue seats are going to be a different shade. Yeah. So I've been worried that it's still going to say Chansiri. We need to put something else there. Like, I don't know.
Well, I saw... It could be just rumors, but I saw that they're leaving the letters N and S.
Yeah.
Because North Stand, but all the rest of it's coming out. So,
but you look at that happen. You then see today the club go, "Oh, here's your old badge back on all your social medias."
It's technically not.
It's
the redesigned badge that's on the kit this season. But it is the old badge
that really annoys Lee Wildgoose.
Everything our It's what a lot of fans identify. They either identify that one or that one of fans. That's how it is. And the thing is, then you look at the game itself today, and we'll get onto the match. But the scoreboard thing was incredible.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was chef's
That
kiss.
was amazing, wasn't it?
Genuinely.
The fact the fact that they're all turning up and going like ham with their work now.
Well, they've not
and
been able to
we're
say
doing
anything.
the bare minimum.
No.
They've
when
not been
Chansiri
able
was
to
here.
say anything. Like Chansiri, like, do you know what is weird? All my time covering Wednesday has been under Chansiri. That's a bit mental.
Yeah. I've been doing it since...
Yeah, you did it before. Yeah, but if you
Yeah.
think about it, I started Wednesday when I was 21.
Yeah. All your coverage will have been Chansiri.
So 9 years.
Yeah. See, I thought I was doing bits and pieces, but I didn't go full bore until 2012. So I had that little Milan bit where he got us, and then up
Sporadic, and then
I got the Mamadou take off people. That was a fraud. Then we got the Chansiri.
I was doing FIFA stuff then. Yeah. I was doing FIFA stuff then, but I'd not done anything Wednesday, and then I obviously pivoted.
I was still just a viewer at that point of both of you, so that's
You were
a
10.
wild ride, wasn't it?
You were like 10.
Oh my god.
Oh God, again.
Jake was only 50 back then.
Yeah.
Oh.
But shall we actually talk about the two games?
No, we don't need to talk about the other one. Forget the other one.
Yeah.
All I will say about the mid-upper game, Joe Lumley had an excellent game.
Yes.
And the boycott
Absolutely.
worked.
And the boycott worked. Yeah. I don't think the boycott was the thing that broke the camel back, but I think it sent the message to go, we are not falling for your BS.
I think it was more of a case of like, oh no, I'm not going to get early bird season tickets. I literally can't do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the nail.
Can you imagine if the tweet was after that mid-upper game? Early bird season? Oh, no.
Oh no.
I'm surprised he didn't try it, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
but
it was
I think
his last
he must
thing
have
to
known
try.
that he knew that nobody would be on those early bird season
No.
tickets. Why would you be? Like,
Imagine if the
apart from
administrators
apart
announced
from
early bird season
the
tickets.
3,000 odd that still were in the ground, I guess.
We
can move on.
Can I give Chansiri some advice? How about you sell your house next time you need to clear a debt?
Yeah. Stop going on meals with your 26 relatives. Jesus Christ. Like, I keep seeing the pictures of him outside restaurants. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
My own personal theory is that whatever that was recently, the photo that came out, was actually his family convincing him to put it into administration. Because he looked ill, didn't he? Like, he'd lost a lot of weight. Since we've last seen him around Sheffield Wednesday circles, that man has lost a lot of weight, and it looked, I don't know, like as in stress weight loss, not just healthy weight loss. And I wonder if his family
Anyway, Dave says, has Lumley gone after today? Unfortunately, yes. We can't swap him for
Bristol
Horvath.
City fans online, have been saying, well, our second choice keeper's back from injury now, so you could have,
Well,
January comes along.
Under the rules, we can't.
Yeah.
We
I
can
know,
in-
but
we
I'm
can-
just mean
we can
But
if
in
we're out.
January, we might be
We
able
can
to
if
do
we're
a
out
swap.
of admin by January.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
No, because we could loan him. We
Yeah,
can pay.
we
We
could.
can. We'll be under a fee, and we'll be in a
Well,
fee embargo.
did you
Yeah.
did you notice that Henrik spoke in the press conference about maybe player coming in January, and then Palmer said it today afterwards, saying some of the young lads are doing really well, but in January until January.
Yeah, I
when we've
noticed
got
that.
It was like they're already
There's
off.
a certainty there.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to be taken over before then.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This is the thing. This is the thing that Chansiri tried to understate. Sheffield Wednesday in administration. When is a club that? No, that sounds really arrogant because there's been some big clubs in administration, but like recently, when is a club that big being in administration? Like in the championship, in the with the players, with the assets. People.
I want to say
over
Southampton. I want to say it was maybe Southampton.
When was
recently.
that?
Find out.
I will fact check.
Because I don't feel like that was that recently, unless I'm just really old.
The thing you got with everything that's going on, 2009.
That's not that recent.
Yeah, that's not that recent.
Wigan, maybe, but not as...
Again,
Yeah.
that's not that recent anymore, is it?
Wigan with 2019.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Would you right? Let's start this war. Would you say
I'm
Wigan are
not
bigger than
going
us?
that
It's
I
not
didn't say
me this
biggest
time.
club.
Yeah.
I think the thing is...
I never do that, but you know what? Why?
There's only about 3 fans of Wigan anyway. The rest of them are all rugby fans.
There you go,
I went to uni near
There you
Wigan. That is
go.
true. That is true.
I think the thing you got
Peace, Wigan
is...
Peace. It's banter. You understand. You're northern. You'll understand that.
I think the thing you got, I think he was expecting us all to be all upset and crying because we're in admin. I don't think he expected us to go this level and go, oh, you left. Oh, we can spend money again. It's brilliant. Bye.
Genuinely, go on a good run. Can you imagine? Go on a good run.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be really, really hard. Let's be honest.
There's 100 yesterday it was 105 points. It's going to be really hard, but we're only on -6. And it's doable if you go on a run, like you say.
It is October, nearly November.
It's going to take a one hell of an effort. But again, we've already all said we're relegated in League One. We're all ready for a League One tour next season. So it's not like we're expecting this.
I'd start building a League One top squad now.
I will say, I do have one worry.
Go on.
I know we've got the -12 now.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still going to get a point deduction for the rule we broke? Or is this it?
I don't think it's fair if we get new ownership, but again, the EFL hate us, so probably.
That's my worry. And if we are going to get it, give it us now and not next season.
That's what I would think as well. If you do it next season, I do think it's more of a case of like, who are the EFL looking after there? They're not looking after anyone. Like we're doing with the clubs in administration, we're picking the bones, we're trying again, sort of thing. Like
the part of me that goes, okay, you're giving us -12, done. But we have broke rules and we technically haven't been punished for it. So I don't know.
I think administration does usually be like the way of like, if a club gets to that, it's like, right, well,
that
administration is
that's
punishment.
what you've got. You've done. That's your punishment.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Again, it would be unprecedented, but I wouldn't put it past the EFL.
To say I don't trust the EFL will be an understatement. And right, how are we actually feeling now? We got him gone in a general sense.
I'm just relieved. I can start talking about. I've got a smile talking about football again. I'm exhausted today, as I've said, but I want to be here. I want to talk about Wednesday. I've not wanted to talk about Wednesday for the past couple of months. You could tell on the podcast. Like I was sick of it, boys.
Yeah,
I was fed up, as a lot of us were. But we kind of had this weekly therapy of talking through the same crap, through repeating ourselves, through people trying to get our hopes up, people talking a load of crap, people telling us legitimate stuff as well, and then hearing loads of things and just having so much confusion around it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was like, let's just move on, and we can move on. And it's going to be pain. It is going to be a case of it is most likely going to be a relegation, right? But I'm happy in the fact that, okay, we could sign some good free agents in January and give it a go. We could sign them with a view to next season. But I reckon you kind of write off this season. You look whose contract's ending in the summer and you start making a plan under a new ownership right now.
You try and do a League One with a couple of maybe championship experience ready to go.
You also 100% work flat out over the next month to get the club sold so we don't have the assets stripped in January.
Yeah.
Because you can strip the assets in administration, but they can't sell players at the minute.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do pre-agreed deals, but they're not going to get the money until January.
Exactly.
So there's no point in doing that. If we can get out of admin before January, we don't lose Pierce Charles. We don't lose Kadamatri. We don't lose these young players. I don't think we'd lose Barry.
It depends how much money he's on, though.
Yep.
He could also refuse to go, though.
And also how much people bid for him.
He'd refuse. He could refuse to go, and then they'd have to mutually terminate. So he stays.
I think the thing is that I can't see us still being admin by January 1st. Maybe January 15th, just while it's all going processed. I can't see it. I think they're expecting this to be quite a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
They don't sound like they're waiting for people to come in. Like when admin happens, they're normally waiting for people to come in and do stuff. And like we're not first hour of going into admin, they have people knocking at the door already. That doesn't sound like this is going to be a long thing.
Yeah, and people obviously are circulating the Waltons photo, and if it's the Waltons, like again, I don't know what the Waltons look like. I've seen a few photos of them. It didn't look exactly like them to me, but they're a huge bloody family. It's a mega family. Do you know what I mean? Like, could easily be them. If those sort of names are there, great. Somebody in the chat there said any potential new owners would have to start with a clean slate punishment wise. Well, wouldn't they? Or what's the point in buying? Unfortunately, not, mate. It's not how the EFL works. It's not how football works. We are still under a fee restriction until 2027. So we're going to have.
They may be able to get that.
They maybe reduce it. Yeah,
it could get reduced or suspended. So get yourself chance ready to get everything done, and then do it. Like because still on the FL website, we're still under future financial information, secure funding, HMRC reporting, amount due to other club football creditors. We're still there with the embargoes.
Yeah,
and we got that transfer window 2027 winter. So you would have to have something where the EFL would have to give a little bit and then take a little bit all at the same time. Where say, look, the new owner might go, well, we can't put anything in or make the club what we want it to. We can't make it competitive. You made it virtually impossible to do that straight away. So they could go, look, let's get it to a point where it's competitive and we got a group of players, and you go say you go from 21 to 26 as your core group of players. So you've got them there that can grow, and then you go, right, it's suspended for say a season or two. And then you've got it. You've got to let them build a squad and try and reshape it.
Yeah. Phil says, serious question. I don't think anyone knows the answer, but when Chansiri bought us, wasn't he the head of a consortium? I assume everyone else offed when realised how crazy he is. Yes, he was. But it was like the family. It was like the Chansiri family. And it was like, it was TUF also sponsored by TUF and stuff. And they all disappeared. I think it's probably when they realized, oh dear, this is probably not a good look for us in football, and disappeared very quickly.
And I think there was a lot of talk at the time about Reading also having tied to them. So it was like, you can't have double ownership kind of models.
Yeah. And that ended well as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, technically, it wasn't a bad situation under the Thai owners at Reading. It was actually the ones that they then sold. It was the Chinese guy that they sold Reading to that caused all the problems, I believe. Yeah.
Fair enough, man.
It was the Thai ownership that... Did you see that really cringy music video?
Oh, I was about to mention that. I still won't
That was the Thai ownership that did that music video.
The Royals.
Yeah.
Thing.
We are the Royals, and it was... Yeah, that was... Yeah. Oh.
I think the thing is, it was nice to see the ground with 27,000 fans in it.
Let's talk about the actual game today, then. Jake, I've had to catch up, so I'm sitting here with the regret of a Wednesday fan that has moved to the Northeast and was booked into work, and literally, I can't pull a sickie in my job. Like, not that I would, employers,
yes,
but like they know I stream. They know who I am.
Yeah.
They would know why I was...
This sort of thing is, yeah.
So it's I'm gutted, but I want us to talk about it. Let's do it.
It was you had the big everything with everything around it and starting, and it was a really good atmosphere. And it was good to see, and there was a round of applause by the club for Milan again, because there wasn't anyone there for it on Wednesday night. And then you go into the game, and we started not well, and we started playing it out from the back, and they saw that what we were doing, and they just put pressure on and pressure on and pressure on. And on the 10th minute, you know, we've been doing the Chansiri song every time on the 10th minute. Well, it was a round of applause this time. Now, normally we do quite well when that happens, because we're normally on an attack and getting forward. This time it did the opposite. It didn't work.
Oh, dear.
It was.
They wanted us back. Then we were back.
Yeah. They got a cross in, and we just didn't defend it well. It was very badly defended. We didn't close it down quick enough, and it was a really good header. I will say that. But got a bit going, further forward. Valerie trying to get forward. Really good ball by Ingleson and Bannon to try and get Cads in on goal as well. Really, he had a really good turn in the box and just missed it. It was really good play. But then we have an absolute shocker at the back, and I'm so glad you weren't like it wasn't like a midday and you were doing a live stream, because you would have been tearing your hair out. You would have been a bald of Henrik right now, James, because it was just a really bad ball to Iorfa, who dawdled on it, loses it. Then he wins it back, gets the ball out, passes it, and then it's a free kick. And you're thinking, he can't score it from here. Brannigan only does that.
Oh,
and it
was an immense free kick. Yeah.
It's a really good free kick. But we go into second half, you think, how are we going to...
I have seen them, by the
know.
way. I'm not saying like I haven't. I have caught up, but I'm not like, I'm just still bitter. Sorry. Carry on.
Scout Worko. I always sign him on Football Manager, Cameron Brannigan. Yeah.
Second half, we do what we do best. It's the second half. We get a bit of information in the dressing room, and we're not. You can guarantee something with Wednesday. We will be naffing the first half, but great in that second half. Changed, played a lot better. Ball started to go forward. We started to really go at them. There was some hairy moments at times, but not much. And it was a fantastic goal by Sean. It was a really good hit. And you're just like, Sean Fashiri hits it, and you're like, right, can we get into it? And it got the crowd going. There was some little off chance by Valerie. There was a chance by Harry Amas. Everyone was trying to get that second goal in. Really busting a gut to try and get it. And they did have chances going forward, but it wasn't anything. It's like they had the onslaught, and it was just a little bit too much for them. But at the same time, you look at it, we had 17 shots on target, 17 shots, 5 on target. And this is something we had a couple seasons now, where we've had a lot of shots, but it's always been single digits on target. They had 11 shots and 4 on target. And as a whole, I think as the first game, having everyone back, the result didn't matter. It wasn't about the result today. It would have been nice to have got it, but today was about just getting the fans back and getting the club back. I know that sounds really weird saying getting the club back, because
it's true though.
It is. Because we have spent 10 years as a man giving us an abusive relationship as such, telling us how we should feel, telling us how we should spend our money, telling us our money doesn't mean nothing. Our match day revenue doesn't cover 10% of the running cost back in 2018. Oh, look, the pandemic, how much of your running cost do you need? Oh, look, you don't have anyone. Then we do a boycott and you lose 80%. You're telling me that our money didn't mean jack all? It did. And you have this whole thing where you are always asking for respect, always asking for respect. You didn't respect us from the get-go. I don't feel like there was respect there given to us. You didn't respect any former players. You just went out.
People who ask for respect very rarely deserve it.
Yeah. You went at players. You made a manager who should have been given a championship run in the squad he built a chance because of everything. You turn around and say, oh, if you send this money in, it'll help clear the HMRC debt. That's your job. That should never have been our job. You made us feel like it wasn't our club or fun to support our club. You made people go, what are you doing on Saturday? Oh, I'm going to go in the garden. You're not going to the game? Nah, can't be bothered. Now you've got people going, you want to go to the game on Saturday? You got that community aspect back.
Yeah.
And when we do
Middlesbrough away, can somebody sort me out? Because I am not going to have the points. Just saying, chat. If anyone can sort me out with a ticket, Northeast, I'll go and watch us get beaten at the Riverside. We'll hang out. Yeah. Get me a ticket. I'll pay, obviously, but like I won't have the points. Who's got the points?
Nobody's got the points this season because of the boycott.
Yeah. I might actually know someone might be able to help you out on that. So let me ask them later.
No,
tonight.
that would be sound because I drive past the Riverside when I go and do some vocal coaching sometimes. So it's not far.
When's the game? Do you know?
That's a good point. If it's over Christmas,
it another
retract everything.
Boxing Day
It'll
game?
be another Christmas one, and I'll just say retract everything I've just said. 'Cause I think it probably will be. I think I remember looking at the start of the season, and I was like, "We're playing them there again."
I'll tell you what, QPR fans must be up in arms this time because we're not in the usual really close to each other in the table, are we?
No.
Like for the past God knows how many years.
Also, just a quick one on like football in general. How are Norwich in the bottom three?
Because
They don't have the precious little parachute payments anymore, do they?
Oh,
That is true.
Right, you look at this bottom. Right, we're there obviously.
Sheffield United do, and they're
Sheffield United.
dear.
Look where Southampton are. They're 20th.
Mm.
And then you go to the top. It's like an old
It's Frank Lampard's Coventry.
I knew you were going to do that. It's like an old school, like you look at some of the clubs, it's like teams that have been in the Prem in the past with some that are never. It's so weird. It's such a weird table.
Oh my God, yeah, it really is. Coventry in first, Middlesbrough second, Millwall third, Bristol City fourth, Stoke fifth, and Charlton sixth. Jesus.
And Preston and Hull all
Preston
on the
and
same.
Hull, yeah. Oh my God.
It's so
I like that
odd.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
same.
I really like that.
Same. It's. I think right now, the game we lost. Yeah, would have been nice to get the thing. They're going to be games where we can claw those points back, but I think we've already got it in our heads that we're down. If we somehow do a miracle like we did 2 seasons ago, fantastic, great. Is it something I see happening? Not really.
Thank you, C Purse. Message me on Twitter around the time. Carry on.
But it could happen. Like I've seen people say once new ownership comes in, what's going to happen to Hendrick? Let him have the season at least. Or give him a season. Give him the season. Or give
we don't need another morale kicker. We genuinely don't.
Or give him this in League One, and then if it's not where you think it's working in League One, then fair. Because that man should be given the plaudit for staying. He didn't have
weirdly, you know, like if we were in a situation where the manager wasn't doing well given the circumstances, I'd be in for Russell Martin now.
Yeah.
Because of the play style of these players and the similarity to Rull. But to be fair, like it's like, does he come in as Pedersen's assistant? But yeah, I like a lot of what I'm hearing from the manager, what I'm hearing from the players. I'm happy, lads, with it.
The amount of ex-players that were over the moon
that was
Chansiri had gone was hilarious.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to hear all the stuff now because they'll obviously been afraid of legal action or whatever it was, and now return it.
The book is going to be amazing.
Yes, the book of this whole thing. Can you imagine if one day there's an actual documentary on this whole situation or something? Because it feels worthy of like a Netflix documentary, doesn't it?
I'm Barry Bannon, and our club captain.
Yeah.
And then just going through them all. It's like, well, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of Monster, the Ed Gein story, it's Monster, the Dave Chansiri story.
There is going to be some fan parody come out of this or something.
Yeah.
There'll be some inspirational podcast.
On Twitter, that Matt Exton has been doing a Chansiri parody of the UK office, and it's brilliant.
Yes, he has.
It's brilliant. And it's just called The Chairman, and it's amazing.
What do you mean Liverpool 2-1 down? Who 2?
They're not.
Bloody fantasy teams in the mud. My fantasy team is absolutely... I've got 6 points this week. I know it's only...
Hey, and also...
I've got no points from the Liverpool players. Tell me they're not playing. Tell me they're not just crap.
That's actually quite bad because they've spent a lot of money.
I mean, I'm getting rid of it. I put Gravenberch in this week, and I don't think he's playing.
He's not playing.
I put Isak. I had Isak in. I'm getting rid of him. He's useless.
He's not playing.
Oh, okay then. My bench will work then. That's fine.
Who else you got in?
players. Nobody else from Liverpool. Don't worry about it. Who are they losing to?
Brentford.
Brentford.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Also, on weirdness, Sunderland are second.
What?
Sunderland are second.
Jesus Christ.
Good side, Sunderland.
They
Like
got
Sunderland.
17 points.
This is proper.
Neighbours a
Like
Sunderland fan.
this season is a proper like EAFC scuffed save, isn't it? Where there's the most random teams that end up projecting up to the top, and then there's like Sheffield United, Norwich, and Sheffield Wednesday in the relegation zone for the championship. And
But lads, all I'm saying, right?
Bournemouth are fifth.
We're 16 points from safety and there's 33 games to play. That's 99
Yep.
points.
Mm.
99 points to go. Available with 16 points from safety. It's been done before.
Yeah. It's going to be one hell of a tack if we did.
probably the biggest achievement in recent Sheffield Wednesday memory. Arguably the entire 21st century of Wednesday.
Will somebody eclipse what we probably should mention that our old manager went to Rangers? There you go. There he is. Will somebody eclipse what he did? Maybe.
And it was that man's assistant that does it.
I'd be quite excited. Be quite exciting, wouldn't it?
Could you imagine?
Jack,
could you imagine the vitriol from some of the clubs?
Oh
going,
my god!
Well, they didn't get their entire point deduction. It doesn't count.
It's going to be great.
Jack, I would like a 2-minute monologue on your thoughts on Chansiri and the departure from Sheffield Wednesday in the best Worko style fashion that you can muster up for our
I can't.
lovely audience this evening.
No, I can't because
I can't. I can't.
No, there must be another way.
Mother, what do you mean we're not going to Mauritius this year? Sound like a proper gap year last there.
Roll, where's my backy? Anyway.
So well, that
after
just confirmed it. Jack going on Maiden Chelsea.
Oh my god! So after 10 years of a, 8-year-long misery fest, with 2 years of much spunking a dice roll per year of just sheer immeasurable stupidity, because who on earth spends £11 million on an unproven goal scorer in the Championship who was only proven in League One and who was at the end of his Jordan Rhodes.
Yeah, he wasn't unproven in the Championship, though, was he?
Well, he was 29,
Come on, at least
30 years old at the time.
You do a job here.
Anyway, who didn't listen to facts? Chansiri. I am channeling my inner Chansiri for this Chansiri-related rage, okay? Because that man didn't listen to facts. He said, no one will want to buy Sheffield Wednesday because Sheffield Wednesday's not that big.
Wasn't bloody good in the Championship.
That's all right. Let hold up, let him cook. We're doing the memes tonight. Go for it. No, continue to cook.
And of course,
sir.
naturally, because the best way of following up from a 2-year-long campaign in the playoffs is to then not financially provide support to the football club on its 150th anniversary year. Instead, providing support for a effing cake ball, because that's what everybody wanted. We didn't want promising players that would actually mount a championship winning squad sort of push. No, we wanted cake ball, because that was the important thing to Mr. Chansiri, wasn't it? All appearances and no substance. That's all it's ever been. And then, let's go down to league. Let's get this club relegated through his own fucking stupidity. Sorry for F-bombing, but it's been an hour. It's fine. YouTube does not care after 15 minutes of a live stream, so I can F-bomb all the hell I want. Anyway, Chansiri then goes, you know what? We're down in League One. It's a cheaper league, but we're not allowed to spend any money because of his own stupidity in finances and not listening to people who know what they're doing. So instead, it's, yes, let's not let the club actually run properly, sign has-beens who are on lots of money providing little output that actually justifies what they're worth, and that's what gets us relegated. So then we're in League One, and we don't even bounce back the first season like is planned, because he didn't let Darren Moore sign people in January. No, instead, it's, oh yes, we'll get some alright loans for the end of the season, but we don't manage it in the playoffs, when arguably we should have won the league that first season, but no, we're then in League One again. Which could have been fine for Chansiri, of course. But no, there's more. So that second season, we get lax, and we sign probably, well, players that, you know, actually did get us up in the end, but it was a gamble. We should have won the league. And how would we have won the league? Do you ask? If we'd have competed with Ipswich in their quality of signings. But no, instead it's no, you're not having any signings in January, Darren Moore. No. You're going to do with the squad that you have, and that's what will get us the gamble, but arguably the greatest moment in recent Sheffield Wednesday history, yes. However, that is down to the players and the staff and not the chairman. He tried to take credit, but no, it's not him. It's the staff and the players. But then we go up, and what does he do? He drives Darren Moore away! Darren Moore is driven away! We don't even keep him, the man that did it all! He's just driven away! And then, ultimately, after a failure of a manager, Xisco Muñoz, who couldn't, apparently, communicate his ideas with the squad, brings in Danny Rule, a nobody, a first starter, who continues the same footballing ideas as Xisco, but just communicates them well. So the players then do that well. But instead, we sign lots of players under Xisco that Xisco possibly knew about, or we don't know where that transfer list came from. But then, more confusion when Chansiri then goes, oh no, but I can't afford to actually provide Danny with the ambition or the players or anything that he wants. So hey, let's just give them free transfers. But what free transfer, you asked? No, not the top of the list. Oh, no, 7th on the list and below. Because they're the affordable ones. They're not the cheapest. Oh no, because cheap is good. And so that's what happened. And what does that do? That drives Danny Rule away. Bye, Danny. Enjoy Scotland after your little round trip of Europe. After your little round trip of Europe on all your little football fan podcasts, off you go to Glasgow Rangers. Good luck, because they're not very patient. And then what happens? Well, then it's this whole shitstorm. And what happens then? We're given -12 because of the fact that you couldn't sell the club. You had offers on the table that would clear the debts and that were great for the long term, but no. You, for some reason, were like, I want to keep control. Why? You had offers to get out of there, man! You had offers to get out, and instead you're gonna get sod all, or whatever the creditors will let you have after the end of the proceedings of the buying of the club. And here we are now. Chansiri's gone. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that great?
Great.
That please be clipped out for a video.
I hope that all made you feel like that 10 years in one run. Okay? 10 years of Chansiri.
Slept in 48 hours. What is that laugh?
He is gone. Chansiri is gone.
The Joker had turned into Jack.
You want to know how I got these scars? Yes, anyway.
Thank you. That was very good.
Yeah.
I knew you could do it. I believed in you. Does that all feel better now, guys? Because that is it. The anger has been released through.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's been released through Jack. I'm not really comfortable with that sentence.
Yeah, that's a bit of an interesting wording, isn't it?
Yeah. But what it does mean, guys, as we're going to wrap today and talk about all of this, as it progresses, we'll be here. We'll be here. And Jack might not be. He might be going into cardiac arrest. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out.
It's fine. I've just chuckling to myself at the whole, it's been past 15 minutes, YouTube doesn't care anymore about swearing, it's fine. Anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. I've just got to clear it through all of the bloody audio feeds now. So, because Spotify doesn't like it and podcast service, that's all right, though. Don't worry about that. That's my problem to deal with. Listen,
just more work for the man that's extremely busy at a car show.
Who did a 12-hour shift today. Yeah, that's cool.
Can you tell that Dave on Chansiri really ruined my mental health for the last year or so? Oh my god. Anyway.
On the plus side, though, with Chansiri ruining your mental health, you got to put on a podcast by becoming a co-member.
The comedy relief. There we go. See? You wonder why I kept you around. You can do a good rant.
I'm the clip farm. This is it.
Yeah.
We just let you out your box now and again.
Yeah. You give it a shake up to stir the hornets up beforehand, and then you open the door.
Can you imagine what it's going to be like when we're finally taken over?
Oh, I can't wait. Genuinely.
It's going to be like that South Park meme.
Like, the problem is, like, it's like when me and Jack went to Peterborough and we both had a couple of drinks and then we both set each other off. Like, it's a case of he'll rant, I'll take the piss, and we'll just bounce off each other.
Just keep,
Put it in a short. We might have to do that. That might have to happen. But
I have to do it in parts.
Listen, yeah, it was a long one, and it's what I wanted. I wanted for 10 years. I knew he could do it. Listen, we're going to be, what day is it? We on Saturday? We'll be back. Scheduling wise, I'm going to say next weekend at some point, but I'm hoping that we have to pull an emergency pod at some point this week. Now, if it happens in the day, I'm working late, quite late. So it might be a case if we have to wait until a day again, sort of thing. I'm doing 10-hour shifts all week, basically. So I don't really have much wiggle room. But
if it's during the day, I don't have much wiggle room because it's half term.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can bring the children in and they can say,
"Oh no, I am not bringing
Fever Adminstration."
Hunter is a hurricane as it is. I have too much stuff in here I like that I can't afford to replace.
He doesn't want his nice little content room there being made into a Pablo Picasso painting.
No, I don't want it destroyed. I don't have. No,
he doesn't want a Jackson Pollock painting as his decoration.
I can't believe your child did that.
Oh, he's done it multiple times now, Paul.
Why do children decide to hand you turd?
Yeah, I don't know. Why do they look so happy when they do it? That's the word problem.
And on that note, the turd is gone. The turd is gone. From Sheffield Wednesday. Listen, guys, I would usually do a wrap up here, but we've all just been talking crap. For
my money's on Hunter.
I'm hoping that we have an emergency podcast very soon with all this information. I know me and Jake are going to be firing, well, wherever we can. Jake's never sleeps. He's always there on the record button. But where I can, I'll be doing updates as well on the channel, like I did with the admin video itself. So be around, guys. I am very, very pleased that my football club is back, even though there is a long road ahead. It belongs to us again. And may the next owner never see it as their club. That's all I wish for, that they realize that it's our club. And we're back. Take care, guys. And we'll see you in the next episode of Talking Wednesday.
Arrivederci.